Hello everyone, Nancy Taylor here. Welcome to today's workout. We are doing a total body workout. It is strength training. There's some cardio bursts in there. It is great to hit all muscles in your body, get your heart, get your lungs, and your mood lifted. I hope that you love this workout as much as I love these simple, basic exercises that have a big impact when you are able to do them consistently. Now we have a really great message today as well, so stick around and listen in for that. This is the final workout in the 30-day series. If you did phase 1 and phase 2, it's the final day. And if you're just doing it by itself, you can check the playlist. I leave it linked below if you want to try the playlist and do them in order. We're going to start with a warm-up, so a little caterpillar walk, getting you nice and warmed up. You're going to walk out here, punch, punch, and walk it back. Don't worry, my hair will be in a ponytail after the warm-up. Walk it out. Now, if you're not going down to the floor, if it bothers your wrist or anything, you can walk against the wall. You can walk on a couch. Let me show you the couch version. So I'm taking out as much weight on my body. You want to try it? Ava's going to try it too. Ava's here with us. Keep going, caterpillar walk. We're just getting nice stretch, nice warmth in the body. Okay, go ahead and I'm going to have you do a good morning. So you're going to inhale up, exhale forward fold, inhale halfway lift, exhale plant your hands on the ground, step back, high plank. You're going to come all the way down to your belly, come up, upward facing dog, the top of those feet, rock side to side, tuck those toes, downward facing dog. Here, push those heels down, take a walk, one at a time. 1, 2. Then you're going to push those heels back, just get them nice and warm, step in together, and inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant those hands. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck those toes, push those hips back. Downward facing dog. I call this good morning. I know there's other names. I know my yogis out there. You know it. Step and inhale up. Last one. Exhale down. Inhale halfway lift. You know the routine. Plant, step, all the way down. Push up. Upward facing dog. Tuck those toes. Lift those hips. Push those hips back. Exhale here. I want you to take a deep belly breath here in downward dog. Feel the belly. Exhale. Good. Now you're going to take this one and just bring your left leg to the corner and open up your arms. Just a nice mobility for those hips, good mobility for those legs. If it's bothering your wrist, again, you can come here, stretch out those wrists after as well. Open. Some call this lizard. Let that leg rest down on the ground, and you can come down onto your forearms for a little deeper stretch. Now, if you're like, I'm not quite warm enough for this yet, Nancy, just hang tight. Do what you are able to today, and celebrate it. Okay, go ahead and switch. Ava Ray, honey, come over here, please. Okay, here, open up towards the side. You know you're going to experience a little bit of that with my kids are here. We're filming this during nap time. Knee down, come all the way down to the forearms. Today we're going to be talking about a word that's been coming up with coaching this past week in my coaching one-on-one clients. So when I was coaching them, the word that's been coming up and resonating with many of them has been surrender. Oh, I think that's a cobweb. Yuck. This was in the garage. Surrender. And I'm going to talk to you about that and what I mean by surrender. So that's what our mindset message is on today. It has been resonating with many of the women I coach, myself included. I think that it's just something that a lot of us, if you feel like I like to be in control or maybe tend to people please or perfectionism, any of those things that you maybe feel like it's something that is part of your day or something that I wouldn't say struggle with, but you're aware that you do it from time to time, or maybe do it a lot. Who knows? Okay, inhale up. Exhale down. So surrender is going to be our key word today, our word to learn from. I want you to take those legs wide. You're going to squat down, put those hands on the inner thigh, look up towards the right, sway side to side if you need, look up towards the left. Surrender. Just the timing of filming this, I wanted to film it at 9 a.m. It is like 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And you know those days when you feel behind, maybe every day, And something that a lot of us, we want to do the things, check off the boxes, feel accomplished, feel productive. Inhale up, exhale down. I want you to interlock those fingers, hunch that back. Good. And when you get to the end of the day, it truly is not the amount of things that you accomplish or the things you check off your to-do list. It is how you feel. That's why you feel accomplished, because you're thinking, I got so much done. I feel so good. Movement, it releases endorphins, and there's dopamine, and maybe you have a social event and you interact with others and that boosts you up, or maybe that drains you. Arm circles back. A lot of times we like to think that it's the circumstance that's making us feel a certain way, but it's what we're thinking about it. Because a social event may drain someone, but that same social event may boost another. That's how we know, because it's not the circumstance that's causing the joy or the depletion. Okay, so we're going to talk about how to surrender. And if that's something that resonates with you, stick around. We're going to get going. Let's get cracking. Crack-a-lackin'. We're going 60 seconds on, 20 seconds off. It's a different body part each time we're doing the exercise. So we're going to start with biceps. Let's go ahead and get this started. You saying hi to him? We'll get it started. Starting with bicep curls. I'm going to start with my 15-pounders, and I'm just going to curl for 60 seconds. Now, when you're doing the bicep curl, think about pulling up from your pelvic floor, hugging your transverse abdominals, like you're zipping up those jeans. Just think of that really firm foundation. My legs are planted like tree trunks in the ground. My feet are spread. So instead of like this, just like kind of winging it, I have a really good, strong core, and I'm focusing there, although I'm working my biceps. Your core is your powerhouse. In Pilates, we call it the powerhouse. It is the part that is helping to support all other exercises. Okay, you have 14 more seconds.
No, 13.
Yep.
No, actually 7. See?
Yep, Ava's age. Ava's 7. Good. Now, I didn't tell you, but all you need is dumbbells today, all different sizes. I have a plethora here. We're going to shoulder press next. You have 20-second rest. Hopefully there's no spiders on the cobweb one. That would be an adventure. I killed a black widow in my garage. Remember that, Ava? I showed my kids. This is what it looks like. Do not go by it. I'm going to spray the garage. I have yet to spray the garage. Okay, shoulder press, 60 seconds. Go, moms! Come on. Pressing up. Again, I'm strong in my core. Notice that when the weight is above, you'll start to arch. Or I start to use my legs to get it, like I bend my legs. I want it all in the shoulders. So you can kneel on the floor to work those shoulders. Now, after I train you through these first 3 exercises, that's block number 1. And we have a cardio move for exercise number 4. There's only 2 blocks. 2 blocks. Upper half is block number 1. Block number 2 is lower half. Basic exercises, super simple, yet they are very effective. Why are they effective? Because you can do them. Sometimes we get too fancy and we start to compromise form, or we start to do them incorrectly and injure ourselves more than help ourselves. You can split those feet as well if you need. You're so close. Come on, you're close. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. I'm going to move this. Maybe you guys can see it while we're going. That would be convenient. Okay, you got 15 seconds. We're going to tricep, kick back. Yeah. Bicep, shoulder, tricep. I'm going to use the same 12-pounders. I'm going to hug that rib cage, bend from my waist down here, back and in. Now surrender. What does that even mean? When you have an agenda for the day, you're like, I'm going to get my workout done in the morning, and my husband's going to help with the kids, or I call it also writing a manual for someone, a manual like I have this written guidebook for how husbands should be or how kids should behave. And we have a manual for ourselves too, what moms should be doing and saying. And so if we aren't in alignment with the manual, sometimes we can get really frustrated. I'm alternating now. I also can't see the time, but you guys can. 26 seconds. We're going 24. Good. That's it. 18. Okay, it's not about speed here. Slow and controlled. Pull the belly button in. If you're starting to arch, tuck that in again. So when you allow yourself to surrender, to allow whatever's going to happen, 20-second rest. You're going to feel a lot more peace, a lot more calm. And when you try to control reality, you lose 100% of the time. I'm going to repeat that. When you try to control reality, you lose 100% of the time. So I like to think about this. Grab your 15. We're going back to those bicep curls. Bicep curls. Up and down. Okay? Core is tight. You've seen the exercises. The eccentric down motion is slow and controlled. You can do this. You're stronger than you think, and you have the time to take care of your body, your mind. And when you do, when you fill your cup emotionally, mentally, you're going to show up with better quality time with kids, with work, with the house. You'll notice that a lot of times we're like, oh, what did I do today? Maybe I scrolled on my phone, I kind of lollygagged, I stopped and did this. We sometimes are procrastinating. We're trying to learn new things and just constantly watching maybe YouTube videos. It seems, or podcast, it seems productive and helpful, but you're procrastinating the thing that is on your mind. Maybe it's the workout. Maybe it's cleaning the house. Maybe it's decluttering that one room. But sometimes we can procrastinate with something positive, so it feels like it's okay. I'm just going to spend my time here. Now, back to surrender. 10 more seconds, and then we're going to that shoulder press. I'm going to grab my 12 pounds. I also love to hear your stories when your kids join. I love when you guys tag me on Instagram. I'm Hey Nancy Taylor on Instagram. Tag me always. It makes it feel real that I'm talking to you here, because it's me in my living room, just like you are in your home and you're listening to me. So I just really appreciate when you share that you're doing the workouts. Your kids are playing. I love to hear that. My kids are playing and they know Nancy Taylor. Like, that is the best thing ever. I love when kids know me. That's just my favorite. Okay, we have 30 seconds to go. You can do this. Control, up and then down. You can stagger those feet, or you can keep them square. The whole goal is just not to arch or to this, okay? We want the shoulders, focusing on isolating those shoulders. So one thing that you can think about with time, I'm alternating now. If form starts to slack, I alternate, is when you think about it, in the world, we have the past, we have the present, we have the future. And we're always talking about, I feel like it's always a goal, not always, but a very common goal, tricep kickbacks next, that I hear with women that I coach, and it's to be more present with my kids. When I'm with my kids, I'm thinking of all the things I need to do, or I'm telling them maybe later, or I'll do that later, or I'm tired right now, or just a minute. And so we're constantly telling them that and feel like we're not fully present, or when we're with them, we're like, wanting to scroll our phone or listen to something. We're not in that moment. And when you think about it, in the world, a lot of times we think about the past, we think about the future, and it can cause stress, overwhelm, and it can make us feel, because when you're scrolling on social media, you're aware of everyone else's circumstances, but you're not in your current circumstance. You're not in your current body and mind right there in the moment. So when you think about the present moment, I think about this like, I learned this from Brooke Snow. It is on God's time. And she refers to it as being in God's presence. He has no before, after. He doesn't have the past and the future. He has now, because he has no time. His time is indefinite. It's eternity. So when you think about it, when I'm living in the present moment, I'm living in the presence of God. And I thought that was powerful. Holy smokes. And when you think about that, okay, how can I live more in the present and surrender to this current moment and what's taking place? So in the present moment, I like to connect to my body. I like to focus on my breath, breathing. We've been doing breathing exercises. Bicep curl last time through. We're doing it last time through. Simple, yet effective. So when you think about your breath, that's step number 1. Pay attention, tune into your breath. Tune in, number 2, to your senses. What do you see? What do you smell? What do you taste? What do you hear? What is the touch? What do your clothes like on your body? The wind. I have a fan above me. Jack threw a Spider-Man toy up there, so they turned on the fan to get it off. And I said, hey, leave that on. It feels good. I'm about to do a workout. Leave it on there. 25 seconds. Good. Slow and controlled on the down. That's it. So when you're thinking and worrying, check in. Am I living on God's time or on the world's time? And the world's time is fear, anxious, worry, because I'm at a different moment. I'm thinking of a future moment, maybe something I planned, or maybe it's a past moment that took place, and it keeps coming up in my mind, and I keep thinking about it over and over and ruminating on it. Nothing wrong with that. Just be aware of it. Awareness precedes change. I love that quote. Awareness precedes change. Once you're aware, change will happen. That's why it's so wild. Now, with surrendering, shoulder press up and down, I've been doing daily habits with my kids. I call it give me high five. You can totally steal this. I've been loving it. So we have I trace their hands, and we put one thing on each finger. So one is prayer, one is read, breathe, journal, and move. And that's their daily 5 they do in the morning. So we do their morning routine, and then we give the little hand a high five. I did it. High five, not just to check it off, but we're just building the habits, building that structure. And I can think, oh, this is going to be so good for my kids. They're going to get it. And I could force them and say, you have to do it, or you can't do this. And just think of how miserable it might be if I'm forcing and I'm making like lots of consequences. And you can't do this, you can't do that. Versus if I make it fun, I'm creative. I'm like, this is going to be so fun. You guys are going to get stickers every day. We're going to do it together. And I'm creative and I'm excited about it. And then I look at the habits in a totally different light. It doesn't feel like I have to do this because my kids pick up on that. So with their daily 5, if I'm forcing it, I'm not surrendering or allowing it to take place. Maybe one day we hit one of them, and that's okay. I like to have a floor, what is our for sure we do every day? What is that? Maybe it is a prayer. Maybe it's just pray. Every morning we say a prayer, and in that we have gratitude, because that's like our gratitude journal. That's part of their morning. Alternating over here because I'm talking so much. So I can keep a floor so I don't fall through. It's not all or nothing. It's like, okay, we make sure we pray and say our gratitude. And maybe we do one yoga pose. And just so simple. It doesn't have to be an hour, 2 hours. It doesn't have to be perfect. But when I surrender, I'm like, hey, I just chased him around the house. That was move. Great. I just said, I love you. That was my prayer. That was my gratitude. Maybe it's just something so simple where it's not all or nothing. I'm not going to do any of it, or I'm going to do all of it above and beyond. Tell me if you're guilty of this. I for sure am. Okay, 20 seconds, we're going to the legs. We're going to start with a squat. I'm going to grab my 20 pounds heavier dumbbells, just a basic squat. Not wide, not narrow, just about shoulder width apart here. You're going to just sit back, squat it back. So Ava this morning, I wasn't like, go get Kai ready, let's get the to-do list. I could just see she loved she got to color and she loves that. And so her journaling might be coloring and she was feeling accomplished and good. And then she got Kai ready without me even asking. And I just thought, this is what it feels like to surrender. I'm not forcing her saying, you have to go get him ready. I'm filling her cup emotionally and mentally before we go about our day. If you think about it, if you're like, my kids constantly need me and they're constantly interrupting me, perhaps a strategy that could help, and I've been doing this more intentionally, is to spend an hour or so just in the present moment with my kids. First thing in the morning, hug them, be there, look at their eyes. Because if I'm constantly thinking of the agenda, the to-do list, and I'm like, I'll get to it, they're really heavy, bud. I'll help you. Remember, you can't touch the camera, okay? Okay, 20 seconds, we're gonna lunge. I'm not sure, Hans. I don't know. I don't want you watching the iPad, though. I don't know. Maybe Daddy took it. I really don't know. I might have put it somewhere. I'd have to go look for it. Okay, lunge right. Just keep it on the right side, down and up. You can hold one dumbbell, no dumbbells. If it bothers your knee, do a partial lunge. So allowing myself to surrender and allow my kids to create those habits on their own. It's just so beautiful. It's easier said than done, though. Often when you get in the moment, you're like, but I just want to have control, and I just want my house to be clean, and I want my kids to listen. But then you'll just be miserable. You really will. Oh, bud, you can't. You're ruining our time, buddy.
It's on blue now.
Yeah, but you changed the time for us. So let's not do that, okay? Sorry, you guys got some extra time on this leg. What's that? Keep going. Down and up. So fill that cup emotionally with your kids. That's what I was talking to you about. And then you're able to do the dishes, and they're not like as needy, I guess is the word that kind of describes it, or wanting mom's attention as much, because you were emotionally available with time, energy, focus, and you gave really quality mom time with your kids first thing. And if your kids are going straight to school first thing in the morning, maybe it's just a hug and a hold and a calm and a, what do you want to do today? I'm going to check in with you after school. What does it look like? You get to create it. And I would encourage you to create your day with God. Check in with Him. What is it that you feel in alignment with? I feel in alignment with having a firm relationship with my family, my kids, my husband. And so what does that look like? Praying about it. What does that feel like? And then just practicing. All right, I'm going to fill that time first. All right, is any of this sticking with you guys, resonating with you? I know I needed to hear it. So thanks for letting me give my spiel to you. Now I'm going to surrender the rest of this because my kids are in here. So I have no idea what sort of chaos is about to break loose. Colby, Jack, you want to show them the cheese? Yeah, you're a cheese. You're a cheese, Jack. Why?
Because it's mine.
No, it's Colby's.
Yeah.
Oh. Jack, tell him Ava went swimming today and who fell into the pool in their clothes?
Me.
Jack. Yeah, Kai pushed him in the pool. I'm like, oh, no, my boys are in the pool. And sorry, we will be leaving. Time. Ooh, those 20 pounds. They get you. They get you. One thing that I've changed a little bit in this past year, and I've seen more strength. I felt stronger. I'm able to go up in weights. I'm like, whoa, I'm like okay with the 20 pounds. Is I've been focusing on protein for breakfast. I used to just have a bowl of cereal or just oatmeal. There's nothing wrong with that. Great energy. But now I add like a scoop of protein to it, or I have eggs, or I have plain Greek yogurt with fruit and granola. I just make sure there's a protein there. And so it satiates you longer, but also protein is the building block of muscle. So if you're not fueling your body with the nutrients, it's kind of like if I'm going to fill a balloon and I want it to be really firm and I put water in it, it's not going to be very firm. But if I put in that balloon rocks, it's going to be pretty hard. So what are you fueling your body with? What are you putting in your body? Doesn't mean you have to eat a ton of chicken and a ton of meat. You can most definitely do it vegan. You can do it vegetarian, focusing on plants, peas, broccoli, Brussels sprouts. You're also going to get great micronutrients. Okay, we're going to lunge with that right leg. We got this. Hey, Jack, if you have cheese, where do you need to eat it, bud? You're getting it all over the couch. All over the couch. Okay, go take this into the kitchen, bud. See what I talk about surrender? No. Oops. Okay, go grab the vacuum, bud. You gotta clean that up, bud. It's gonna get stinky on there. Right leg. Down and up. Can you close those, Ava? It's hot outside, sweetie. So you're making all the cold air leave. Down and up. Hey, Jack, please don't ruin that notebook, buddy. Okay. I can do this. We can do this. I told you the surrender spill was for me. Front knee doesn't go past that toe. Thinking about those in Maui. If you're watching this at this time, just so many prayers. And my heart was just broken seeing the news and seeing what's happening. If you're watching this later on, there were fires in Lahaina, in Maui, on Front Street, in that area. Just, I think that there's a piece of my heart there, and I just was heartbroken. I'm sure a lot of people are. It's hard to watch that and see that. I'm sending so many prayers there and help in any way. Sometimes you think in those situations, like if a neighbor or someone passes away and you're wondering, how can I support them or how can I help them? I really think just the simplest things make such a difference. I remember people just dropping off gifts. Not that I had someone pass away, or just I remember when people just write a note, write a letter, bring a flowers. Something so simple that you might feel like, this is so insignificant, I want to help lighten their load or ease the pain. But just knowing, letting them know that you're thinking of them and that you care. Jack, I've told you the cheese cannot be in here. No, you can't have cheese in here.
Jack says no.
Keep going on that leg. Keep going. Oh, what's this? Did you spit cheese on there? Dude. Oh no, my vacuum's dead. You got a 20-second rest, then you're going back to those squats. Back to those squats. Like you're watching this in action. Like I can feel myself getting frustrated. And it's because I'm thinking, he knows better. He knows he should have cheese in here. And so it's not Jack that's bugging me. It's my thoughts about his behavior. If you're thinking, then are my kids just going to walk all over me? No, that's not what I mean. It's just, there's a lot of, you're squatting right now, guys, squats. There's a lot of unnecessary suffering that we put ourselves through, thinking that we don't have a choice. We're like, no, I am mad, and I'm going to stay mad. I have no choice because my kids are frustrating me, you know? But you're choosing to be mad. Nobody else is choosing that for you. It's all your choice.
My name is Jack.
Okay, Jack, I'm taking the cheese away, bud. This is not okay. Still squatting, guys. You have 14 more seconds. Still squatting. Squat, squat, squat. I'm just cleaning up some cheese. Don't mind while I'm over here.
What can I use for my headphones?
I'm not sure, honey. Okay, rest. You got 20-second rest. We're going our final lunge, right or left, you pick. We're doing both sides. I'm just cleaning up cheese. I would leave it, but I might forget about it, so I'm gonna clean it up right here. If you work from home or like you're filming or on a phone call, you know how your kids like when you start to film, hey, no TV right now, Jack. Jack, please stop. My mom's filming right here, bud. Mom's filming right here. You're still lunging. You switched. Other side. Did we switch? I'm not sure. I lost track. I didn't get to do the last set. I chose not to do it. Jack, you can't turn the TV on. Mom's filming in here. No.
I see you, Jack.
Jack, stop. You can't watch a show. You got 20 more seconds. No. Jack, I said no. No. You can play outside. You can read a book. No, you can't watch a show right now, bud. Ava, don't touch the camera. Okay, rest. I'm going to pause the camera and help them. Yeah. Sorry, guys. All right, we're going to finish with some core. You know what we didn't do? I had two exercises that were cardio. We're going to do them right now. Sorry, guys. We're going to do them now. We didn't do them on the last round. That was my own fault. Yeah, you can go, bud. Okay, 10 more second rest. We're going to do jumping jacks for 60 seconds, and then rest for 20, and then we're going to do burpees for 60 seconds.
Pick me up when you want to.
Sure. See you, bud. jumping jacks. We were supposed to do these after block 1. I forgot. So we're doing them now. Okay. Jack, jack, jack. Jack it out. Had to pause. I could see myself getting frustrated. Anyone else? When you're trying to do multiple things, I just need to surrender. Allow it. Be creative. I like to ask myself, rather than, why are they doing this? Why do they keep ruining it? That's not a helpful question. What if I asked, how can I support myself right now? I'm like, I could support myself by pausing, stopping. I just went and took a break. I just left the room for a second, got a drink, and I'm back. Took the little break. All right. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. 20-second rest. We're going to do that burpee. We're only going to do this one time, by the way. Burpee. And then we have one more cardio exercise. When I was what was I going to say? Can't remember. Burpee. You have options. You can plant your hands on a couch or a chair and then up, or you can go to the mat and talking to friends at home. They're watching us on their TV. Down, back, in, up. Down, back, in, up. Down, back. Good. Modifications. Here. Another option is squat 4 punches. Okay? You got this. Totally release. This is your time on the mat. Allow the emotions to be there. Feel them in your body. Frustration, anger, any of it that's popping up for you. Surrender. Allow them to come to the surface. If you need to cry, if you need to hit a pillow. I was going to say something, but don't want you just hitting anything. Do it. Allow them to be released. A lot of times we get stuck emotion. We don't process it or allow it to come completely out. I could judge myself for the workout. It was chaotic. I was frustrated. I'm like, I know. On your end, you have kids too, and they're climbing around and doing stuff. And they want to be by mom. And they want attention. It's just life. There's going to be toys in the front room, and one day I'm going to miss it. Be like, oh, I miss those toys. Catch your breath when you're ready. Come on down to the floor for some abs. We're going to start with a basic crunch. It's a 2 timer. So you exhale, and then inhale down. And then inhale down. Do you want to do this with me, bud? Okay. Sure. I have to wait till I'm done with my workout, but Ava can. Go ask Ava to walk you there.
I'll just ride my motorcycle.
Okay, you gotta have shoes and a helmet. Okay, crunch, crunch. You got 13 seconds. We're gonna take this to the side with a bicycle. Now you have options here. Option 1 is I'm here and then back down. And then here and then back down. If you're going to a full bicycle, you can hug these legs in. I want them my back against the ground. And I'm going to exhale, inhale, transition, exhale. Inhale, transition, exhale. Good. Abs or dessert. In the last workout, we didn't miss the warm-up. That was so fun. I learned that when I was coaching. I would create personal training programs and see other coaches and how they were programming clients. And I just learned so much. This past year, I did a lot of customized workout creation and nutrition plans, macro plans. It was so fun, the creation portion. Now, I really had to manage my mind a lot on the admin part. I never wanted to do the writing, like where I would check food logs and check in on them and like write out, try this, do this. I just wanted to talk to him on Zoom and coach him and say, hey, what's going on for you? What are you feeling? What are you thinking? And so when there's parts of your job, whether it's when you're working at home, whether it's homemaking, homeschooling, there's going to be parts that you don't look forward to. And I like to plan those out first thing in the morning or when I have the most energy and I have less things to distract me or interrupt me, because my brain will be like, yeah, I'd rather so much do that than this thing that I don't like. So if there's those things, just know that you totally have the ability to get them done. You just might have to take a little bit more practice with that prefrontal cortex. How are you guys doing at home? We have a little bit more, okay? So, sorry, there was like an ad that popped up. It was the end of that workout, but we're still doing core. You're gonna move into the next exercise. You can stay on the floor here and just crunch, or you can full body sit up here and up, and then roll down. Full body sit up and down. They can't hear you over there, Jack. I have a microphone on is what they can hear. So, Jack, remember the one rule is you can't touch the microphone. You can't touch the camera, or else Mom has to go and put you in a different room, bud. Jack. Okay, you guys have 23 seconds. Jack, I'm going to ask you one more time. You're not following instruction.
People are watching this.
Yeah. They're watching you not listen to Mom. What do you think about that? I told you I'd take you after. They're over in your basket, bud. I just put them away. Okay, 20-second rest. Reach long. Hold it here. That's it. Release. Pull that left leg into the body. Circle that ankle. Pull that leg across the body. Keep your shoulders grounded. Knee down to the floor. Good. My kids and I have been doing yoga and learning Spanish. My neighbor has a curriculum. So, do you guys remember the words we learned today? Hola. What else did we learn? Inhalar is inhale. Jack, you're going to hit someone with that, bud. Do you remember the other word? Exhalar.
Why does it say hello?
Hola.
Hola? Yeah, hola means hello.
Yep, that hurts me, honey. Please hop off.
Goes like,
Okay, hop off, sweetie.
hello.
Watch out, baby.
What is
Inhalar is inhale. Exhalar is exhale. Pull your legs in.
What is this?
No, it said bienvenidos. It said other words. We learned uno, dos, tres. So we've been learning language as we're doing yoga and movement, and it talks about Christ. Like, I just love that. Happy baby, you're going to open up those legs, rock side to side. Here you go. That's it. You're doing an amazing job. When you yell or when you step out of alignment with your true identity and you're maybe doing things that you don't want to be doing, and maybe you're feeling guilty or shame, just remember, you're human. Give yourself compassion. Reach through, hold it there. Because you yell, it does not mean that you're a bad mom. Because you lost your cool does not mean that you're like not doing a good job. Go ahead and switch. Figure 4 here. It means you're human. It means you have emotions. It means sometimes we react to them. That's why we have the Savior. So we can repent, we can apologize, we can just renew, and we can be made perfect through Him. Isn't it so beautiful that we have that? And what a gift it is. We're just so blessed and so lucky to have that resource. Okay, put those feet down on the floor. Lift those hips up. Interlock those fingers. Open up the chest. Good. That's it. Release. Good. We're going to rock onto our tummies. Here, one more downward dog. Tuck those toes. Push up. Hit those heels down. Take a walk. We're going to finish with some breathing here. Let me stretch those arms out just a bit. Keep your hips high. Chest down to the floor. Good. Come to a seated position. Right arm across the body. Here. Push the shoulder down. Switch. Other side. Did a lot of sun come in? Feels brighter now. They opened the door. I think my kids were a little bit bored Like, where's the iPad? Where's the tablet? I just need something to entertain me. Sometimes when I'm like grocery shopping, I'm like, oh, it'll be so much easier just to give them the phone or give them the tablet. And I notice then they start to expect it. And although it's uncomfortable in the moment to tell them no, in the long run, it can be more comfortable because then they're not relying on that phone to entertain them. Or it's good for them to be bored. It's good for them to kind of bug and annoy or hit each other. And, that's healthy because they're learning, hey, maybe there's some other options on how I could entertain myself. I'm not saying that we don't have electronics. We totally do those in our house, probably more than you would think. So we've been a lot more intentional about it. And we haven't really used them very much this summer. And I've noticed a difference in our home. A lot more presence.
Watch this video or else you'll die.
Yep. It's a message from Jack. Okay, let's take a couple deep breaths. Inhale through your nose. Inhalar. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. That's it. You're done. Way to go. Awesome job, everyone. I know that you can see Jack there. I hope that you hug your littles, love on them, surrender to what reality is happening. When you try to control it, you'll just be miserable. So let it release and allow life to happen and choose how you want to think about it. You got this. I'll see ya.